Oh, that's cute. Look at that. That's adorable. Oh, I pressed the button a lot of times and it did some... That is so cool. It's getting mad. I wonder if I can make it even madder. Oh, look at what... Does it do anything else? Is that it? Oh, it does! It's getting pissed off now. Oh, he... What's going on, YouTube? This is What Would Josh Do, and this is a super exciting video because UGREEN just released a brand new product. This is just came out. This has a smart display. It's input, output, battery level, flight approved. So it's safe charging. It's got power delivery. It's got quick charge, so Qualcomm. It's got SCP, and it's got PPS. So that's important for you Samsung folks that want that super fast charging. For iOS and Android, 100 watts on a single port. This is 20,000 mAh. Laptop, tablet, phone, camping, camera, watch, earbud, switch. And then we've got some goodies back here. So we can do 65 watts max on the input. So that's interesting. This can do 100 watts on that USB-C 1. That USB-C 2 can do up to 30 watts. This is only going to allow one device to charge at 100 watts and the other to go to 30. If you combine multi-port, so the USB-C 1 and 2, it can do 130 watts maximum. So you'll be able to charge that laptop at full speed, that RG Ally X at full speed, and then you can charge up your phone at its full speed. This is 72 watt hours. We've got some information here and some safety listings and stuff down here. And then we have the UPC and model number. They got a convenient little thing here. You can not have to use a knife, something sharp, you know, you don't gotta be dangerous. Oh, it just, hold on. Oh, okay. So it opens differently. Oh, that's cute. Look at that. That's adorable. Let's power up together. Oh, another little pull tab thingy here. Interessante. All right. Oh, I like this. This is unique. Very cool. So we got an accessories box here. Ooh, it's gonna come with a little thing to hold the charger. That's pretty slick. Those are nice because if you want to keep your device protected for years and be able to read the text on it and stuff. We got a branded UGREEN cable. Very nice. We've got the charger. And then we've got a bunch of stuff in here for information. All right, you may acquire this someday and yours doesn't have instructions. So that's why I like to briefly just show this because there might be something on here very useful for you or me later on. Oh, so button operation, double click, single click, press and hold for 3 seconds to enter trickle charging mode. That's important. Got those earbuds you want to charge up at a slow speed? There you go. Got some troubleshooting tips for in case this thing ever fails on you. We've got the output chart that shows 100 watts or 130 watts. Or if you have 3-port charging, it'll do 100 watts on that Type-C, and it'll do 15 watts on the other 2 ports. Recharging the power bank, so you'll need to use at least a 65-watt charger to get full speed out of it. And there's some more information on the trickle charging mode. All right, so we'll take a look at everything. We're going to use a 160-watt charger. Now, this thing only calls for 65, but we're going to use something that's a little bit overkill, because if you use a 65-watt charger, you're pushing it to 100%. It's giving everything it's got. It's going to get quite warm. If you use a 100-watt or 160-watt charger, it's not going to be pushing the device near as hard. This is going to last longer because it's not going to get nearly as much heat. It's just better overall. So obviously you definitely can get away with a 65-watt charger, but I recommend getting at least a 100-watt charger at the minimum. Take a look at the unit here. We've got the screen. Got the button to turn that screen on. Oh, that's so cool. So I like that little animation there. On the side, we've got the 130-watt, 20,000 mAh power bank. On the back of it, we've got a bunch of information. It should be similar to what we saw on the box, but you can pause that and read it for yourself. And then we have some safety listings. Just a button that says more than power. Nothing on the bottom. We do got rubber feet, so that's pretty cool. You can lay it down and it's not going to slide very easily. That's super nice. And then here we've got our USB-C 1 and USB-C 2. So this is actually an in and out port. This is an output only. And then that's a USB-A. So again, they didn't split the power up. So you're only getting 30 watts on this port. Only use this to charge up like your mobile cell phone that's going to charge at 30 watts or less. If you have something that's going to charge at, 60, 65, 100 watts, definitely use that port. And then I only ever use USB-A if I'm charging up like some earbuds or like a game controller. Like my PlayStation controller was dying on me yesterday and I wanted to keep playing, so I connected up a USB-A. I mean, it's 2024. I wish we could stop putting USB-A on things. That'd be nice. But I mean, there's also millions of people out there that are like, hey, I want that USB-A port because everything in my life is USB-A. I got a comment on my video the other day saying they used USB-A to USB-C to charge up a huge power bank, and it took 15 hours. And I'm like, yeah, that's, yeah. Because that USB-A port's only delivering probably 7-8 watts. Connected Type-C port up, and boom, you're going at 60 watts. And now it's going to take, 4 hours versus 15 hours. So stop using USB-A to C or USB-A to Lightning, like, unless it's your only choice. I mean, because it's just, it's so frustrating. Stop it. All right, so we got the charger. We got the cable that came with it. We're going to connect up the charger to the in and out port here. But first, I want to use my trusty tester, and we'll use the cable that it came with. All right, that screen's really dull, so I'm going to go ahead and peel off this to see if it makes it any better. Oh, yes, okay. I usually keep those on because I like to protect the screen, but that is a really dim display. Oh, that's nice. You can see quite a bit of data there. You can see that 19.7 volts is going in at 3 amps, and you get a line. Oh, that's so cool. That's actually super nice, and it shows 62 watts on that screen, and it says 51 minutes until full, because I mean, we're at 65 watts is pretty fast. Like, that's not slow. I mean, it's not 100, but a lot of devices have a hard time accepting 100 watts input, and then they overheat and throttle down to like 30-40 watts, and what's the point? So if this thing can handle 65 watts the whole way without ever overheating, then that's way better. Oh, it's got an animation, like bubbles are going into it or something, like filling up this circle. So I wonder if the circle just gets bigger and bigger and bigger. Oh, this is so cool. I like it when they do something a little different. Oh, I pressed the button a lot of times and it did some... That's so cool. So we'll just keep pressing it and see if we can get that thing to happen again. Oh, there we go. It's getting mad. I wonder if I can make it even madder. Oh, look at what... Does it do anything else? Is that it? Oh, it does! It's getting pissed off now. Oh, he... Oh, man, that was fun. Oh, man. All right, let's let this charge up, because ideally you want to let it fully charge. We're already at 50%, man. We've already gained some percentage. But you want to let this thing fully charge up, because, and then also let it fully charge up and let it stay fully charged for a little bit, because that's going to ensure that you have this thing at 100%. Don't just unplug it as soon as it hits 100 and start using it. Just give it a little bit of time, and then it'll like calibrate everything. And so we'll come back when this is at 100%. All right, and we are back. So this thing is charged to 100%. Now, when it was at 100%, I saw that like 9, almost 10 watts was still going into it. But then when I unplugged it, it was only at 0.4. So this thing is fully charged. And this has that nice screen that has a bunch of different modes and displays and things you can go through. Once, of course, you connect a device to it. All right, one of the things I always do is I hook up a tester. This cable here is just basically going to give the power to the tester. We're going to use the cable that came with the charger. We're going to connect it to the better port there, that second one at the top. And then we're going to see what all charging protocols this thing has. So let's go. All right, so I'm already seeing quite a few in there. That's awesome. That's a lot of protocols. All right, so we'll start with the top here, FCP. We got up to 12 volts, 1.5 amps. For SCP, we've got up to 22 watts. For AFC, we've got up to 12 volts, 2 amps for 24 watts. And then Quick Charge 3, which is Quick Charge 2 and 3, up to 12 volts. Quick Charge 3 is up to from 3.6 to 12. And then for the one that we really want to see, the power delivery, look at that. Look at that. So we've got 20 volts, 5 amps, and we've got PPS up to 5 amps. So that means we're going to be able to charge that Samsung tablet at 45 watts. That's going to say super fast charging 2.0. Let's freaking go. So this thing actually has a lot of it packed into it. So one of the newer things I've been trying to do, I have this write tester that's in green connected to that lesser port. So that's going to give us less power. And then the one on the left is connected to the 100-watt port. So that's the better power. So let's run both of these at the same time and let's see what happens. All right, that's actually impressive. So even with both of them connected, it's still getting a lot of things. So the benefit is on the right, we see that it's 30 watts, and on the left, it's 100 watts. But we still get PPS. So what is that PPS doing? So the PPS is up to 3 amps on that lesser port, and on the better port, we're still getting PPS at 5 amps. So we're still going to be able to charge our Samsung device at super fast charging 2.0 using the left port, and then super fast charging 1.0 on the right port. So this is going to give us that 25 watt super fast charging, and this is going to give us that 45 watt super fast charging. So that's actually quite impressive. It would have been nice to see them split it where it's, 65-65, but I mean, some of us might prefer one of the ports to go to 100 and the other go to 30. It just depends. So we'll take the better port, connect it to the Samsung Tab S9 Plus, and we got the 2 icons, super fast charging 2.0. And then you can see here that we are currently charging this thing at, 40 freaking watts. I saw 40. That's freaking nice. All right, we'll connect up that lesser port. And this is a Pixel 8 Pro. I know that this thing can do 30 watts through PPS. And look at that. The Pixel 8 Pro, it's currently at almost 80%. So if you know anything about batteries, since it's almost full, it's not going to charge as fast as it would as if it was dead. Like this tablet was completely dead, and now it's being charged at its highest speed. So we could easily get 28 watts from what this is saying into this phone, while this is getting almost 40. Anyways, that's super freaking exciting. That's awesome. Now what we're going to do is take that 30 watt port, connect it to the Samsung device, and look at that, we're getting 30 watts almost. So that's awesome, 27. And then we're going to use that other port and connect up and when we plug in our RG Ally X, we can see that it's able to get 100 watts. It's going to be in its turbo 30 watt mode, so that's awesome. We're able to very quickly charge our RG Ally X and charge our Samsung tablet at a very good speed. And if you don't have fancy testers, I just love this little screen. This little person's just so excited that they're charging something. Like, look at that. They're just completely thrilled. We're at 95%. If we wake the screen up, you can see that it's doing 100 on one of them and 26 on the other, and it'll go for 45 minutes at this current speed. And then we have a wave graph here. It shows 20 volts, 3.5 amps, and it shows basically whether it's dipping down or going up. And then we've got the other port here showing the same thing. And if we had USB-A connected, it would do something similar as well. And yes, this thing can totally do input and output at the same time for pass-through charging. And even better, while it's charging at 70 watts, it's putting 25 watts into the Samsung tablet for super fast charging. So that's freaking awesome. And we press the button, and we can see here that 62 watts is going in and 27 is going out. So basically this thing is more than capable. It's a fantastic little device, 20,000 mAh, 130 watts altogether. I'll have a link to this in the description below if you want to purchase one of these for yourself. So the one featured in this video is this one. If you want to check out this one or this one, I'll have links in the description below, or I'll try to remember to post a comment and pin it. That way you can see which one of these suits your needs the most. If you're new to my channel, please consider hitting that subscribe button. Please follow me on Twitter and Instagram if you're not doing so already. This is What Would Josh Do, and I'm out.